Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Did You Know for the month of June. Excited to have you all come alongside us today as we cover a really important topic. Today it is, did you know, getting your segmentation and messaging right? These are two very important components to an overall marketing strategy. And no matter where you are on your level of marketing sophistication, this is something that you can implement and that you can utilize to help build your practice, to help spread the message of all the great work you do. I am Elise Lambert, Director of Product and Enterprise Marketing here at FMG. And as you all know, if this is your first time joining us, or maybe maybe you're a regular, happy to see you. Would love to hear in the chat or see in the chat where you guys are coming in from. That's one of my favorite pieces. I live in Fort Worth, Texas, so maybe there might be someone in my neck of the woods, but would love to see either in the questions or the chat where you guys are all coming in from. We got some person from Colorado. I'm a Colorado native. Love that. Very cool. Raleigh, North Carolina, Palm Beach, Florida, McKinney, you're down the street. Very cool. Welcome, everyone. And I'm actually going to launch a poll. I'm curious. I would love to see if this is your first time joining us, or is this your first? Yes, no, or you're regular. I'd love to see the numbers, would love the feedback. We are always trying to make this a great experience, a valuable experience for you all. So love to see it. Very cool. Okay, let's keep going while that poll is going. Housekeeping items that we want to cover today. This recording will be sent to you after the webinar. I go really fast, and that's because we only have a short amount of time. I'm very passionate and we have a lot to cover. And so please take notes. The recording will be sent after. And I encourage you, log into your FMG account, follow along. It's a really great way to become more familiar with the dashboard, really great way for you to get your sea legs under you and utilize all the great things. So very curious. And it looks like we have a lot of first timers on here, but also a lot of regulars. So I love to see it. Very cool. All right, let's keep going. And if you haven't yet looked at last month's Did You Know webinar, so adding webinars to your event strategy is what we covered. It is on our YouTube page, and I can provide that in the link if you guys want, but I strongly encourage you, go into our FMG YouTube page, subscribe so that you don't miss any of these Did You Know webinars. They're great snippets of little pieces of the product so that you can become a world-class marketer in bite-sized pieces, right? Because your number one job is being a financial advisor. And then we also have to do all this marketing stuff in addition to, or insurance or financial professional investments, whatever it is you may do. But we also know that marketing is an important component of that. So go check out May's Did You Know webinar. And if you haven't done so yet, or if you don't know, we have a mobile app. You can hold your phone up to this QR code. We are in the Google Play Store. We are also in the Apple Store. This is an important piece to your marketing puzzle. You can now do everything from your telephone. We all carry it with us at all times. And so it really makes it easy to be able to send out emails, to send out social posts. We have added artificial intelligence in there, so it now can write your social media captions for you, and it starts to take into consideration your voice and all of that. I think a lot of people shy away from sharing on social because it's a lot of work to come up with these catchy captions and maybe add an emoji or two. And now we have technology to help you with that. So if you haven't looked at or downloaded the mobile app, strongly encourage you to do so. So our agenda today, we are going to go over contact list organization, the right message to the right audience. And I have something very excited to share with you, a new preview that just rolled out today, which I can't wait. This is something, if you guys don't know, I used to use FMG as a client. I'm a financial professional. I've been a marketing director, and this is something I've been asking for years, and it just rolled out today. So stay tuned to the end for our new feature preview. And if we have time, we're going to go into a demo. So 9 out of every 10 clients consider their advisor's communication frequency and style when deciding to retain their services and when making referrals. Why is this important? This is because it's important for you to be able to communicate to them clearly and effectively, and to send the right message to the right people at the right time. So this is all setting us up for the importance of having a organized contact database. I can't say this enough. And I just want to make sure you guys are all sharing my screen. I'm not even sharing my screen. Here we go. Now we are. Why is audience segmentation so important? Lots of reasons, but mainly targeted messaging, higher conversion rates, efficient resource allocation, competitive advantage, increased client loyalty, and refinement of marketing strategies. So all of these are really important pieces as to why we should have an organized client list. So whether you're, and I'm going to address this here in a second, no matter what CRM you use, whether it's Redtail, Salesforce, Wealthbox, or maybe it is a CSV, or maybe you've manually uploaded them into the dashboard. An organized contact list is a happy contact list. So very, very important. So why audience segmentation is important? Because we can get the right message to the right people. We can, if we're doing that, we're going to get higher conversion rates. People are more likely to open our emails. They're more likely to act upon a clear call to action in our emails. Makes the best use of your time. You're now being strategic in your messaging and who it's going to. And again, this is going to set you apart from Joe Schmo financial advisor across the street, because you are doing what's right. You are sending meaningful messages that are valuable. That's valuable information for the intended audience. So all items for us to think about. And again, targeted messaging, tailoring that right message, address the specific needs. So as we're thinking about this, think about who your target audience is. What do they want to hear? It's really important that as we're thinking about our target audience, if I am targeting millennials, for example, I do not want to send them a bunch of information regarding retirement. However, if I'm working with baby boomers, pre-retirees, that is the right messaging for them. So think about who your target audience is and think about the information they would like to obtain from you. And so we want to increase our conversion rate. So gain that deeper understanding of our customer, who they are. What is it about them? What's their demographic, their psychographic? What are their behavioral factors of this, right? What do they want to see? And understand the audience's preferences. We know that millennials, they want to receive a short, bulleted, pointed email. We know that pre-retirees like longer formatted text. And so thinking about their preference as well in our communication strategy. And then also efficient resource allocation. So avoiding a one-size-fits-all approach, we need to be very strategic. We want to be identify our segments. And I'm going to give you guys some ideas of some segments or how you can organize your contact list here. And of course, in the chat, would love to see how you guys have organized your contact list. So maybe we can share some fun ideas. But again, we want to optimize your time, your money, the manpower, woman power behind your operation as well. And so again, like I said, we want to stand out. This is something that's going to allow for you, that's going to set you apart because you are being the bellwether. You are sharing that awesome information. You can establish your brand identity, and your clients and prospective clients can start to count on you. They know what to expect from you. So increased client loyalty. We want to demonstrate our expertise, and we want to be able to share that. So provide personalized experiences. And most importantly, we want to nurture these relationships. We are in a relationship-based business. And so it is so important for us to nurture that. And then of course, refinement of our marketing strategies. So this allows for us to continue to hone in on what is going well, where are opportunities, So thinking about refining our marketing strategies as well to, again, allow you to become more efficient, send the right message to the right target audience. All right, so, and I just added this real quick, just a quick little, let me move my boxes really quick. But this is a table right here that says, how would you prefer your advisor to send you his or her perspective on the market and the economy? So saving, planning tips, other financial recommendations. Still, the top way people want to hear from you is via email. So that's really important. Phone call is still up there. A text message, as long as it's done through the right compliance ways, that is up there as well, but mail. So look, take this into consideration. And so we're really going to spend some time talking about marketing. So marketing, of course, but more specifically email, because that's one of the easiest ways through the platform to send the right message to the right audience. And the most important thing to do here is to make sure our contact list is organized. So my question to you, when was the last time you went in and cleaned up your contact list? And have you synced it either with an approved CRM, so Redtail, Smart Office, Salesforce, Wealthbox, or maybe you've uploaded a CSV or you do so manually. But when was the last time you went in and updated your contact list? And if so, my friendly nudge and reminder to you all is this is a good time to maybe go in and do so right before summer, getting ready for the holidays in, Q3 and Q4. Great time to do that, especially because we know clients are traveling right now. We know that sometimes it can be a little bit slower in the summer months. So great time to think about our contact list organization. So once we have gotten all of our contacts into FMG, then we want to organize them. So also really important to point out, if you have linked either Redtail or Smart Office, Salesforce, Wealthbox, if you have your clients and prospects grouped in those groups come over as well. So just wanted to point that out. So where do you do that in the platform? You come into your dashboard on the left-hand side, we scroll down to contacts, and this is what I'm talking about. So this is where we can come in, we can import a CSV, we can integrate our CRM of choice, or we can do so, upload these manually. And I'd start to add it to your homework to start to organize this and make sure it stays organized on a regular basis. So I'm not saying you have to go in every single day, but maybe monthly or quarterly, come in and just give this a quick cleanup and organize it and make sure it looks good, because this allows for us to configure a lot of our automations. This allows for us to have those organized groups. All right, so I want to give you some ideas on what groups we can send to. So these are items that I actually used when I was in your shoes, but I had mine organized in a couple different ways. If you don't want all these groups, you want to keep it really, really simple, which I also encourage, just have it very simple, clients and prospects. If there's the base minimum of organization, just do that. Keep it simple. My current clients, my current prospects, leave it there. Here's some additional ideas, because we can then start to get really granular. So I'm not saying you have to incorporate all of these. I just wanted to give you some ideas on some messaging. So I have seen it done by occupation, right? I have my physicians, my business owners, my teachers, my military professionals. We could do it by age. Age is a really simple one. Geographic location. So I live in Texas. I had it, my Dallas clients, my Austin clients, and my Houston clients. I can do it by income level, right? Income is a great way to do it. Or level of interest, or maybe where they are in your sales cycle. So whether they, maybe they attended an event, maybe they downloaded an ebook, they attended a webinar, maybe they're a referral, so you can organize them that way. We can also, for example, just millennials, retirees, you can use very broad. So, for example, we also want to think about, and I put millennials here as an example, but thinking about who our target audience is. If I'm working with a millennial, they want a lot of DIY resources. They're used to searching and figuring out things on their own. So maybe providing ebooks for them, utilizing some of the downloadables in the content library, having a blog to offer, creating a video for them to watch, right? So thinking about who your audience is, what messaging they want, and let's organize our list accordingly. And would love to see in the chat, do you have your CRM integrated? Or is this on your to-do list? Would love to hear from you guys. All right, so the right message to the right audience. Why is this important? We want to make sure what we're sending is relevant to them. We've all gone to our emails first thing in the morning and realized I got a ton of emails and not many of them are relevant. Or we've also opened up those emails and go, wow, I was just looking for a couch and it just so happens Pottery Barn's having a sale. Happened to me this morning, or not this morning, Memorial Day. So thinking about relevancy, connection, again, we want to use this as a way to create relationships, to create that connection, to encourage engagement as well, right? With our clients, with our prospective clients, we want to create a sense of community. We want to keep them engaged in our communications, in the events we offer, in the services we provide. And again, we want to be efficient with it all and increase our conversion rates as we go. So why is the right message to the right person important? It's because of this. And I'm very excited. I'm seeing a lot of people that have already integrated their CRMs. So congrats, love to see it. Now I just strongly encourage you to go in and just make sure, hey, birthdays are updated. It looks good. Everything's coming over. Very cool. So now, how can we utilize these groups or this segmentation in the platform? So one of the easiest ways is with our automated marketing campaigns. So we can come in here. So when you come into the dashboard, over on the left-hand side, come over to marketing tools and your automated marketing. Here is exactly where we want to configure each one of these. So I'm not saying we have to send every single automation to every single group, all of our clients. Let's get very particular with this. Let's send the right message to the right audience. So for example, birthdays, you know what? I'm going to configure birthdays for everyone. That is one I'm going to send to everyone. I might ask for referrals. If I have my referral campaign turned on, I might send that to my clients within their first year, or my, clients that have been clients for X amount of years. My pre-retirees, let's configure our audience for our pre-retirees. So come in here, you can hit configure and you can select your exact audience of who you want it to go to. And again, thinking about our target audience and thinking about who they are. I shared an example of millennials. I'm going to continue along that. You can come into the content library and type in millennial, for example, and we have content written specifically for this demographic. So you can come in here, select whether it's an infographic, a downloadable, and be able to send it to them. A little fun tip. This is something I liked to do myself. When I was a financial professional, our practice worked a lot with medical professionals. And so what we did there was I would take content from the content library, whether it be a blog post or an email. I would take something very generic and then I would come in and edit it, but I would edit it with specific keywords for my target audience. So for example, if I was I was going to use this social sequence. April is Financial Literacy Month. This is an old one, but I would say I would come in and edit this post to just say April's Financial Literacy Month and why it's important for doctors. So you can continue to manipulate the content that's already here and now start to create a little unique spin on it towards your target audience. All right, so that is where we can come in and find very specific messaging for a very specific audience. And I just got a question. I'm going to answer this kind of on the fly, but how many groups can a client be a part of? A client, a singular person, can be a part of multiple groups. So let's say I'm a client, I have mine, I'm a millennial, I live in Texas and my income is X, right? I could be in all 3 groups or I could be in just one. So there's no limit to how many groups someone can be a part of. If they are in multiple groups, don't worry, they won't receive the same messaging multiple times. The system reads that. So, okay, this is really exciting. I am delighted to share with you guys. You're like the first to hear it. We will have custom emails triggered from forms. So if you're excited about this, as I am, please put it in the chat. Would love to share my excitement. Again, this is something that we've been working really hard on in the background. So if you ever talk to anyone in support or maybe someone from the DIFM program, say congrats, because this is very exciting. So what is a form triggered custom email? Traditionally, how it's been in the past is when someone fills out a form on your website, they get an email, but it has been a templated email. And now you can send a custom email to that audience. So very, very cool. Excited to share this with you. So like I said, you're the first to hear about it. I bet you knew you joined today for a reason. So how does it work? We go in and you create your template in your email section. Once you've created your template, it will then, I'll show you here in a second where you can go to upload it. So very, very cool. This is something that a lot of you have been asking for, and now it is live and ready to go. So also, before we go into the demo, I wanted to mention, because we're really talking about the right message to the right audience. We at FMG have partnered with Catchlight to help financial professionals leverage data-driven insights to deliver a personalized lead engagement strategy for growth and recommended content from the FMG library. So one, of course, want to make sure that you need to get this approved through your compliance, very important. And if you are interested in looking more into Catchlight, make sure that you mentioned that you came from FMG, and there might be a little promo code available. So we have integrated with Catchlight, and it's really cool because Catchlight gives you these leads. They have a score attached to them, and then from there you can send them personalized content from the FMG library. So who is that ideal client? Let's select the ideal messaging through FMG. We recommend that, and then you can send it out. So really cool new partnership. If you haven't heard of Catchlight, strongly encourage you to go to their website, check them out. They're doing some really neat things. But again, make sure it's compliance approved and that it's something that you can do and it's approved for you. So Catchlight there. Before we go into our demo, our Do It For Me marketing has been so fun. It's your concierge marketing service. We execute for you. We help you create some of your a custom marketing plan each month. This content is written exclusively by our CMO, Susan Theater, and our chief evangelist, Samantha Russell. If you don't follow them on social media, they are truly thought leaders in the space, and they do some really great work. And so you will be provided your own marketing strategists. And the idea is to just nurture, send great messaging, send that content out. It's help build your brand, stay in touch, grow your business, and we're here to help you do it. So really cool program. If you haven't thought about it, of course, this is one of my favorite surprise and delight features. If you guys have joined me, like 14% of you who are regulars, you know that I mention this every single time, but I think the physical greeting card is such a great way to surprise and delight our clients, to stay in touch with them. We talked a lot about email today and sending the right message to the right audience via email, but I also think there is a lot of weight in a physical greeting card. So something to help set you apart is that. And our next Did You Know webinar series, as you guys may have heard, I will not be on the next one. I am going on maternity leave, but we have some amazing individuals coming in to help out. But we will be talking about hosting events to connect with prospects. And so excited for you guys to join. So add it to your calendar in July. I don't have the exact date off the top of my head, but look out for your emails because this is really a good one. Hosting events has been something that we've gotten a lot of feedback on. People want to hear more about and how they can optimize these events. So we'll be discussing that. All right, demo. So we're going to go into our I'm going to show you, here we go, some really cool things. Okay, so we talked about configuring our automations. All right, so automations, here we are. So on the left-hand side, you can see our automated marketing. These are the automations that we can turn on. How am I going to configure them to the appropriate audience? So let's say I want to send a bi-monthly retirement newsletter. I'm going to come here and hit configure. And now I can say, okay, I can say, okay, I want to send to all my contacts, or I can send to a specific group. And I'm like, okay, who do I want this to go to? I want it to go to my retirees, my spring seminar group, right? However you have your contacts organized, I can come in here, configure that, and send it out. So that is configuration. So make sure you've turned on your automations, make sure they're going to the right audience, make sure you're not blasting everyone with all of the automations. And next, I want to show you where the form triggered emails are. So the custom emails. So we can come in here, and this is if you have a website or anywhere that you have a form. So I come in here I'm going to edit a web page. And on my podcast page, I have a form. So wherever you have a form, and to come down here and to where the form is in the editor. So I'm in the website editor. I selected a page to edit. And now I've gone to where my form is. You will see a new little button that says form follow-up. Here, I'm going to click this, and I can now select a template I've created. And I my webinar templates, maybe I have a template for people that attended a webinar. Maybe I have a template for people that sign up on my podcast page. So a lot of really cool things. We will dive into more in our future Did You Know webinars on how to utilize this, but you guys are the first to see it. Excited to share with you. And again, if you want to put in the chat how excited you are as well, would love to hear it. All right, and that concludes our time today. I want to open it up for any questions and Q&A, and also something else that I wanted to mention. I mentioned the mobile app. So if you want to pull up your phone, you can scan this QR code right here, and you can easily add it to your phone. So download it, and then you just use your login credentials as if you were logging into the dashboard on your desktop, and you can easily access that from your phone. So there is that, and I will stick around for a minute or two. All right. And the form follow-up emails features available to all levels. That is a fabulous question. I do not know off the top of my head, and we can put that in the follow-up email to you all. All right. So we create our forms. So you create your templates in the email template section. So we would create an email template. How do I create an email template? Come over here to email and then create email template. And here I would create a template that says, my form template, or save it as whatever you'd like, create that email, and then that will be available in that form section. All right. I don't have time to get to all the amazing questions, but thank you guys for joining. Join us again next month for our next Did You Know, where we cover events and growing your network and all of that. We'll continue to share some more product features as well as they roll out, but hope you all have a wonderful day, and make sure to join us next time. Thank you, everyone. And yes, just so everyone knows, playback will be available via email as well as on our YouTube page. Thanks, everyone.